There is a white crystalline substance building up inside the pipes in your home right now. It accumulates at a rate of approximately 1/8 of an inch per year in areas with moderately hard water. Over 15 years, that buildup reduces the internal diameter of a 3/4 inch pipe down to half an inch or less. Water pressure drops by 40 to 60%. Showers become weak trickles. Faucets take twice as long to fill a glass. Appliances struggle to operate at designed efficiency. And every plumber you call will tell you the only solution is complete repiping at a cost between $4,000 and $15,000 depending on your home size. But there is a reversal method that dissolves years of mineral accumulation in under 2 hours using a food-grade acid that costs $9 per gallon. Plumbers used this exact technique routinely until the mid-1980s, when the residential repiping industry became significantly more profitable than maintenance services. Hotels still use it to restore pressure in older buildings without replacing miles of existing pipe. Industrial facilities rely on it to maintain flow rates and processing systems where downtime costs thousands per hour. And it has been systematically removed from every mainstream plumbing advice column, home improvement show, and contractor recommendation you have encountered in the last 30 years, not because it ever stopped working. Not because any safety issue was ever documented in proper application. Because a fix you can perform yourself for under $50 cannot compete with a repiping contract worth $10,000. Because pipes that last 50 years cannot generate the replacement cycle that defines modern service industry profit models. This is the story of the pipe trick that a $68 billion plumbing industry needs you to never attempt on your own. Right now, approximately 85% of American homes receive water classified as hard or very hard, according to water quality data published by the United States Geological Survey. Hard water contains dissolved minerals, primarily calcium and magnesium, measured in parts per million or grains per gallon. Water with more than 7 grains per gallon is considered hard. Water exceeding 10 grains is very hard. As that water flows through your pipes, minerals precipitate out of solution and bond to interior pipe surfaces. The process is called scaling or mineral deposition. It happens continuously, 24 hours a day, every single day that water flows through your system. A home using 80 gallons of water per day with water hardness of 12 grains per gallon deposits approximately 6 pounds of mineral scale per year into its plumbing system. Over 10 years, that is 60 pounds of calcium carbonate coating the inside of your pipes. The scale does not distribute evenly. It concentrates at bends, junctions, and anywhere water velocity decreases. Those areas clog first. Pressure drops noticeably. You adjust your expectations and assume your shower has always been weak. But 15 years ago, that same shower delivered water at 55 pounds per square inch. Today it barely reaches 30. The difference is not your municipal supply. The difference is half an inch of rock, coating the inside of every pipe between the street and your shower head. Let us go back to when this problem was understood as routine maintenance rather than grounds for complete replacement. In the 1950s and 60s, plumbers carried descaling solutions in their service trucks as standard equipment. When a customer complained about low pressure, the plumber would isolate sections of pipe, introduce a mild acid solution, let it circulate for 1 to 2 hours, then flush the system thoroughly. Mineral deposits dissolved, pressure restored completely. The service call cost $20 to $40. The customer kept their existing pipes for another decade. The process was considered as normal as changing furnace filters or cleaning gutters. Then copper and PEX piping became the industry standard in new construction. These materials resist corrosion better than galvanized steel, but they still accumulate mineral scale at identical rates. The difference was marketing. Copper was sold as a permanent solution that would never need maintenance. When pressure dropped, the diagnosis shifted from mineral buildup to pipe failure. Customers were told the pipes had reached end of life. Replacement became the default recommendation. A maintenance procedure that cost $50 disappeared. A replacement service that cost $10,000 took its place. The technical capability never changed. The business model did. This is not folklore. This is documented in plumbing trade publications, water treatment engineering studies, and commercial building maintenance protocols that remain in active use today. The Water Quality Association publishes comprehensive data on mineral scaling rates in residential plumbing. Calcium carbonate scale buildup occurs in any system carrying water above 7 grains hardness. The rate of accumulation depends on water temperature, flow velocity, and mineral concentration. Hot water pipes scale faster than cold water pipes because heat accelerates mineral precipitation. A hot water line can lose 50% of its internal diameter in 12 to 15 years. Cold water lines take 20 to 25 years to reach the same reduction. Either way, the result is identical: restricted flow, reduced pressure, and a problem that gets progressively worse until someone addresses the root cause. Commercial buildings address it through scheduled acid cleaning. Residential customers are told to replace everything. The chemistry is identical. The pipes are identical. The only difference is who profits from the solution. Here is where the numbers become deeply uncomfortable for an industry built on replacement services. The average cost to repipe a 1,500 square foot home ranges from $6,000 to $12,000, depending on region and materials chosen. That work involves cutting open walls, replacing every supply line, patching drywall, repainting, and disposing of old materials. The process takes 3 to 5 days. It is disruptive, expensive, and often financed because most families do not have $10,000 available for emergency plumbing work. The alternative is a descaling treatment that costs $40 to $70 in materials, requires no wall demolition, and restores pressure to original levels in under 4 hours. A family in Ohio was quoted $8,500 to repipe their home after complaints about weak shower pressure. They used the descaling method instead. Total cost was $62. Pressure returned to 55 psi within 3 hours. 5 years later, the same pipes still perform perfectly. They saved $8,400 by choosing maintenance over replacement, but nobody told them that option existed. They found it by researching industrial pipe cleaning methods and realizing the same chemistry works in residential applications. So what exactly is this method and how does it work? The process uses food-grade citric acid or white vinegar, both of which are weak organic acids that dissolve calcium carbonate without damaging copper, PEX, or PVC pipe materials. Citric acid is significantly more effective and faster acting. You can purchase citric acid powder in bulk from any brewing supply store or online. A 5-pound bag costs approximately $18 and provides enough material to treat an entire home twice. The acid works by converting insoluble calcium carbonate scale into soluble calcium citrate, which then rinses away harmlessly with water flow. The chemical reaction is simple, well understood, and used extensively in food processing, pharmaceutical manufacturing, and industrial cleaning. Here's exactly what you do. Turn off the main water supply to your home. Open the lowest faucet in the house to drain residual pressure from the lines. Locate your water heater and turn off its power supply or gas valve. Attach a small utility pump to a 5-gallon bucket. Mix 1 pound of citric acid powder into 4 gallons of warm water. Stir until completely dissolved. The solution will be slightly cloudy and smell faintly citrus. Disconnect the cold water inlet line at your water heater. This is typically a threaded fitting that loosens with a wrench. Attach a hose from your pump to that inlet. Place the intake hose from the pump into the bucket of citric acid solution. Turn on the pump. The solution will circulate into your cold water lines and begin dissolving scale immediately. Let the pump run for 15 minutes to ensure solution reaches all branches of your system. Turn off the pump. Let the solution sit undisturbed for 90 minutes to 2 hours. During this time, the acid is reacting with calcium deposits throughout your plumbing system. You will not see anything happening, but chemistry is actively breaking down years of accumulation. After 2 hours, turn the pump back on and circulate the solution for another 10 minutes. Then disconnect everything. Reconnect your cold water inlet line. Turn your main water supply back on slowly. Open every faucet in your home, starting with the lowest and working up to the highest. Let water run for 5 to 10 minutes at each fixture. This flushes out the citric acid solution and dissolved mineral residue. The water will run cloudy initially as calcium citrate exits the system. Within minutes, it will clear completely. Close each faucet once the water runs clear. Turn your water heater power back on. Wait 30 minutes for the tank to reheat, then test your shower pressure. The difference is immediate and dramatic. Homeowners report pressure increases from 30 psi to 55 psi after a single treatment. Showers that barely trickled suddenly deliver strong, steady flow. Faucets fill containers in half the time. Washing machines and dishwashers operate at